Define love.
Define love. No.
Go.
Yeah. So we're just gonna.
Streaming.
I'm already streaming. So we're just. I just named it Sleep. So dead ass, we're just gonna sleep.
Hold up! Whoa! Damn! I don't know what the hell you feed him, but he.
But Deebu, shabba dabba gooba like a meeble. Labba labba, labba the babba, grabba, rib labba, grabba labba. Oh, tongue twister. Like gabba gabba, yabba the sabba dabba, you babba babba. Moose, abba labba duba, caduce. Metamorphosis, apophysis, morca, laborta, labba, gorba, liba. Laboratory. But Deebu, shabba dabba gooba like a meeble. Labba labba, labba the babba, grabba, rib labba, grabba. Deebu, shabba dabba gooba like a meeble. Labba labba, labba the babba, grabba, rib labba, grabba. Deebu, shabba dabba gooba like.
You can't come back here.
Chicken.
Hold up! When it says it takes.
Yes. Funny.
Robot dogs that piss beer in cups.
Wait. Is it who I think it is?
I was watching Michael Reed.
That's exactly who I thought it was.
Bring down the house of God, bring down the house of God.
What if hell was actually different?
Oh, here. Which Lego is the imposter?
You had a referral. Who just assaulted me with a chalupa? You don't have a husband. Yes, why? Fuck yours.
Who assaulted me with a chalupa? Seth, I swear to God, if you ever assault me with a chalupa, I'm gonna kill you.
I just worked for 14 hours and play with this kaleidoscope I got you at the airport.
What? A kaleidoscope? I'm not 5. Shapes and colors.
Dancing cactus.
Well, one of my biggest fears is that a snake is going.
Nah.
Let's go.
I can boot you offline, you know that, right?
Oh, let me guess. You're gonna leave if I don't, asshole?
Bro, like, he can actually do it. Nah, this guy's a liar. He's not gonna do it.
Seriously?
Oh, really? Are you sure about that?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was illegal to use my favorite app on my phone.
Did I stutter? Yo, what happened to the Wi-Fi? I can boot you offline.
Okay, so maybe I want to get.
People I would let rail.
I can't leave the crib unless I know I got.
In your stars. Oh my God, no shop. I failed my test today. Hey guys, I failed my test today. R.I.P. my grades. Hey, I have to tell my mom. R.I.P. my life. Hey. Hey guys, I have said it before and
Before you die, you have a 7-minute slideshow of your life. If you're alone in a room, there's a 49% chance you'll get possessed. There is a man who eats children. He then calls the parents to tell them how tasty they were. Blah 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 blah. Skibbity boop bop beep.
deleting birthdays until there is only one left. So I let my 18-year-old brother use my 3 dimple, and he gave it back to me with this stuff on it. And it smells.
I don't care if you land with a handgun or your fucking cock in your hand. If your team's fighting, you better be fighting. Don't be a fucking bitch about it.
Three, 2, 1, go!
wishing your stars and all.
Hey, you, don't you think it's kinda cute that I tried to escape the afterlife, that I tried to get back in your arms.
You see what finger I'm holding up? Oh, yeah? It's the middle one. Yeah. But anything else you gonna say, Kermit, before I fucking kick your ass? And guess where it's going? And it's going right up your butt. You wanna fight? Word, you.
No.
Repeat after me. Chris.
I can't.
Y'all mind fight cannibalism?
I'll travel really deep. But all in one stream. If I can.
I like it, cut G.
You better turn that off. So, all of my videos, I have not. No! Literally no! Why gay?
Begin to wonder.
Oh no 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 no.
Hey, Bakugo, let me get a sip of that water. It's not water. Oh, vodka. I like your style. It's vinegar. It's what? Vinegar. Pussy. Hey. Translate.
I'm watching someone completely ruin Pico.
Yeah.
So I took a photo of my guinea pig for my
That's a guinea pig. Okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, there's a face outside that man's window. I was already paranoid enough tonight.
Hey Siri, what's 0 divided by 0?
This video's tough to watch, and I'm conflicted because, of course, you shouldn't let. 2, 3, 4. I don't want it. What? Huh? What? What?
Among Us Fortnite's Legend of the
What?
I love to get in breakaway dresses. I love to get in breakaway dresses.
Surprise, motherfucker. Supplies, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. Disguise, motherfucker. Some pies, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker. Wrong size, motherfucker. First prize, motherfucker. Hard eyes, motherfucker. Surprise.
What you know about rolling down in the deep when you rain loading on you? What you know about rolling down in the deep when you rain loading on
knows a shit. Repeat after me. Crispy, juicy, tender.
Crispy, juicy, tender.
Crispy, juicy, tender.
I'm a sex offender.
Part 1 of making a castle for a school project. Part 1 of
Hey, y'all come get these hair.
He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat.
My boyfriend's in the shower.
This ain't build,
Me dicen
this ain't build. You don't get to pick and choose. Different button, bigger. If my eyes are browner.
me dicen más.
Who you're hurting, why?
Three, two, one, go! Three, two, one, go!
Does anyone want the website name? Drawing random lines to see if Spotify can scan it. BRB gonna listen to this.
Hello. Let me come.
Deebu? Shabba dabba gooba like a meeble. Deebu?
Not my lover. She's just a girl who says that I am the one. But the kid is not my son.
Nephew saw.
What the?
Send this to someone you couldn't do life without.
Come in the eye. Bruce, it's been.
Gambare, senpai! Gambare, senpai!
Hora, gambare, gambare.
Life is meaningless.
Friday night.
3, 2, 1, go!
No girl wants to get in bed with.
We are not rehabs for broken men.
We are not banks for broke women. We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
If you put your
Seth. Seth.
Huh?
Seth.
What?
Stelliver is basically just the front-end fucking version of Angel Dust.
Between his thighs. Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight and Benito Mussolini and the Fluminini and Cowboy Curtis and in between his
Cheese.
The longest songs is Rockwell's Funky Friday. Ballistic Retrospector Remix 536. Megalo Strike Back 414. Megalovania Camellia Remix 620. The longest song.
A cup of coffee and a sweet roll.
We are out of sweet rolls.
A glass of milk and a sweet roll.
We are out of sweet rolls.
Iced tea and a sweet roll.
We are out of sweet rolls.
Orange juice and a sweet roll.
We are out of sweet rolls.
Okay, then I'll just have a sweet roll.
Friday Night Funkin', everything we know about the parent.
Bruce, it's been 5 years. You still owe me $16. Fuck off.
3, 2, 1, go!
What?
Sorry,
Yeah. Yeah.
Chicken wing, chicken wing. Religion? Jewish.
How practical is actually having a foldable phone? If you want the honest answer, very. I can watch my favorite YouTubers on a screen that's large, yet portable. When taking photos, you can see all the details, and that's really nice. And when you get nervous using it in public because it gets so much attention, you can just fold it up and use it humbly on the small screen. How
I know that might be hard to swallow. This hurts you just as much as me. But when this song is sung, then you and I know.
Okay, with the FBI.
fucking happy and you motherfucking know what's up your motherfucking hands. If you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know what's up your motherfucking hands. If you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know it, and you really motherfucking want to motherfucking show it. If you're motherfucking happy and you motherfucking know what's up your motherfucking hands. And happy and you
When's imposter is sauce.
Dun dun.
Freeze the planet with the ice beam. Then refresh the planet. And enjoy the snowman's secret planet. Freeze the planet with the ice beam. Then refresh the planet. And enjoy the
So I crafted the iron pickaxe, cut down some trees, got some chicken nuggets, and found another unexpected.
First punch holes into the earth. Make the earth flat. Freeze the planet with the first go to missile. First punch holes go to 105 for the missile.
I've been dancing in my room, swaying my feet, trying to get you love and a kiss on the cheek. Trying to get the skies like
Then hit the top and bottom of the planet.
you're the one that I need. Dancing in my
Refresh.
swaying my feet, trying to get
And
Seth. Seth.
Somehow I stayed in my base until the angry dragon disappeared. It was green outside, but some creepers. By the way, this creepers become big and blind, so just another thing to make that much harder. I spent the day exploring, pulling up the list, then iconic cave. Hey, let's go, some shelter. I found some coal. I came across some iron and crafted iron weapons, guys. I did not have watermelon. Oh shit, what is that? That is a creeper? What? I thought that was like an item. I spent this day mining and getting like Mr. Phobia was kicking in, so I left the cave. And then my other phobia kicked in. Oh heck no, then I caught the guy. By the time I hear nope. I'm out here. Then came across the tribal warriors. Oh shoot, it's the Phantom Chief dude. Stop this guys, let me next time. Never mind, nope, get this down. And I still have no idea what this thing was. I don't remember adding meteor modding With my luck right now, I would not be surprised if the Pennywise just came out there at the Red Bull. I ventured down there to explore it and found a ton of iron. And it led me to a cave. And those cave things were a group of alien creatures that are slowly burning down there. And look at this, glowing eyes. If you see glowing eyes, you know to stay away. But me, I'm walking through the cavern is forcing down, just waiting for me. Terrifying. I spent days 4 or 5 exploring the cave further and saw a dude there just chilling. Literally just I continued mining and came across a diamond and some other ores. Okay, I need to get out of here. And then realized a bit of
Seth!
Day 6, I dug out a little base and crafted a condo. I just realized over this, I made tools, man. Look at this. Except I have no friends to help me now in another room. I didn't want to do this, but I had to. I am sorry. I cut down a ton of trees. The Amazon rainforest is known as the lungs of the earth because of how much trees there are to produce oxygen. Around 20% of the Amazon rainforest has been destroyed for less than I returned to my base and built out a wooden floor, which later I will learn was a terrible idea. I mined out a little area and filled it with furnaces because I wanted to turn my cobblestone into stone bricks for a cooler design. Day 7, I discovered another cave. Luckily, it happened a lot of oh no. I placed some walls of protection and expanded the base.
I've been unlocked! Ever since I was little, my girlfriend left me for a jerk face. The cool kids won't accept me. My business.
Okay, what happens when I find this? Now I'm just stuck with this thing. I went off to get some watermelon, attacked a jaguar, and got chased by a green watermelon again. Why? Just why is it happening? I'm digging back to this video until it's done. And yeah, I lost it, but I got attacked by finally, after a long day, I made it back to work at the jungle base for this jaguar island. The area was starting to come together. I went over the whole base with slabs so mobs couldn't spawn at my house and jump scare me. Day 9, I removed the planks and replaced them with slabs. Then was the usual I added more planks, moved more dirt, cut down some trees, slayed up plants, and built an area for a wall. The next day, I placed a wall and red I am getting rid of these things. I am taking this down. I'm tired of it. Oh, man, let me go to church. Oh no, I felt this is not good. I am dead. It's over. How did I survive that? Day 10, I spent the day building a treehouse just meant for taking these things down. It did work. After the whole day of battle, I treehouse again. Day 11 is crafting bed, so I was able to craft a dagger. And I worked on extending the walls. This is not a zombie apocalypse. Zombies in control. And later that night, the base was in control. There is no How did I survive that? How am I alive still? First it's the dragon, right? Day 12, I placed some more wooden slabs and extended the base. This is not okay, I did not know this skeletons stick running extremely fast. One PC rolled out and I took it down. Day 13, more friendly creatures just to say that and then all the time I did hear about it. Great watermelon ran back to the base. Day 14, Finally, I crafted a diamond pickaxe and left the mine on day 16 and started smelting all the tools and guns. I made the walls larger and crafted a silver sword, which makes it so I get +2 damage against fire. I extended the base by flattening out my artillery. Day 17, another giant dragon decided it was not paying me a good enough. Oh, not good. I had one arm. To survive, I had to use the quickly minutes. Day 8, the dragon was still there. The dragon was finished my base. So I took it out. Goodbye. I then crafted a garden. I came outside the next day to see the tribal warriors in my base. How did you guys live in the walls? What does that matter? Okay. I took them out and dropped a mask that has resistance. And since I have the mask on, they are not attacking me. They've officially entered the base. Jeez, look at this dude. Enemies were attacking all night, and then she took them all down. Day 20, I woke up to a tornado. I didn't realize that the tornado was getting heavier. This is a rainforest after all, so it makes sense. The storm swept away everything in the area, and went back down to my base, fitting efficiency. And I had a plan to take down the tribal. There's one thing in Minecraft. That's lava. I got out the lava bucket, and as soon as I did, it started attacking me instantly. We knew that like 500 IQ this person started attacking me. Day 21, enough traps on my roof. If I leave, the trap leader will burn me to a crisp. But miraculously, I was saved by a tornado out of all things. A tornado came in and swept the trap leader away. Look at that guy, he's flying in the air. If I get something that else, I step in. I'm so lucky to get this. Day 22, the storm calmed down, and I managed to make it over to an island of safety. I built a bridge from one island to the next. Finally, I am now safe from the madness. I put some thorns in here for my mask that I got, and spent the night of day 23 working with pillars so I can turn this into a castle. And on day 24, I had to sat there taking up zombies for 10 minutes. So I finally took out the spawner and there was no chest. But there was one good thing that I got out of that effect. I survived these 27 days so far without using the weapons. After pulling an all-nighter for 27 days straight, I finally got that good sleep and woke up the next day. And I heard the blissful sound of a tornado right next to me from days 28 to 31. And when I went outside, I got flown across the map. No, please don't die. I'm a I dug a hole and waited there for several days because this storm did not stop. I was not getting outside until it was raining so down the crest map. After getting flown up in the sky, you don't want to go outside again. I woke up on day 32 and was finally able to breathe air. Jaguar, I did not I found a shelter and some rooms and slept. Day 33, I explored the ruins and found some gold and diamonds. I went outside. This rain wasn't going away. It just kept up. I continued on my way and heard this. Not this dude again. Come on. I came up with a plan to take down the tribe leader. So the next day, I went at it. I got one of those masks from the tribal warriors, and then realized something. You can trade with each person in the tribe this whole time. So they're like little villagers, basically. If I get 7 blocks of gold, I can do their power. But on the other hand, I take them out without getting a mask. Day 33, I dug down, and all I could hear around me was explosions in a matter. If this tribe was not ready, Day 36, I didn't want to do it. I really did not want to do it. These people protected me all night from my blood and traded with me. I dug a hole and took out the chief leader. This makes it so I can take the map from the traveling warrior and spawn it in to help me. Day 37, I recruited a warrior and met a nice little parrot. What's up, parrot? And then came across another giant hole. But this time I learned my lesson. I'm not going down there. Not at all. I am not going down that hole. Nope. Not happening. I went to go to sleep, but another blood moon came. There is no way I can survive hundreds of mobs all alone in this Amazon forest. So I dug a hole and pulled an all-nighter. Day 39, I looked up and looked at it. Nope. And then went on to recruit some more tribal leaders. And we became the top of the food channel until day 40. I came across this. Let's explore. Here my comrades explore. No, this is a bad idea. We can't go. Not good at all. This was a terrible idea. My fellow warriors were taken out right in front of me, and my only option was to retreat. Days 41 to 42, I explored the Amazon and recruited more members for the squad. Geez, over 12 level. Then we tried to take out the killer threat, and it did not end well. Bro, you're telling me the whole time I could have just pulled them on. You know, when in doubt, just use lava. That's the golden rule of Minecraft. Next day, as I was running, I ran right into the Mario plant. I don't have to much. Guys, I don't know how I'm still alive in this video. Day 44, I went back to the room to avenge my fellow warriors and succeed. I was attacked by a Chubber's Kitty and also a Tall Sticky and an 8-legged monster, and then I destroyed their base. Day 45, I made my way back over to my base and decided it's time to tear down and rebuild. The storm said to I would, so I just need to replace it with stone. The next day, I worked on that big stuff I found over there. I used the bones I found over there to craft a bone and used that on the wheat seeds. And it worked out, they were going pretty good. Day 47, I destroyed the little meat. And then built stone pillars on all sides of the base. I finally replaced it with an actual chest on the house. Day 48, I fed my sugar rich. This sugar cane becomes a making me rich with all the filter. I added a second story to the castle pillars, but then I got attacked by some angry men. I have no life, I did not die to eating food. I then recruited them to the squad, got that bread, sold some kids their costumes for the land, so they got mad at me. But chill. Day 49, I just realized I don't have an entrance. It's just a couple of blocks. So I started working on a little gate here. Throw it in the floor. Bro, I actually throw it in the floor. It was the chocolate cake we did. Day 50. So far I've slayed some dragons, explored the abandoned ruins, survived the exotic animal attacks, lived through the harsh weather of the Amazon rainforest. Started building my own castle. What's next is gonna be crazy. At the night of day 50, I fought off the Walking Dead and spent the next day mining. Yo, diving, let's go. I needed to make the mine easy access, so I crafted some stairs so I could get up and down the view. It smells like what I got from mining. Day 52, I got the killer plant seeds and planted them. Hopefully when I plant these things, it'll come around me. I then went for a walk. Yeah, look at this dolphin. This thing is amazing things to look at the dolphin. Look at those tricks right there. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? What are the... Nope, I am out. I am out. Oh gosh, not the hardest. Not the hardest. Please don't die. A rare species of killer ants attack me. These things live underground and are very, very dangerous. If you're taking a stroll, you do not want to come across these, and you are a goner. I caught my breath and took one out. Ha ha ha. Day 53, I was curious. Where is the ant nest? I needed to go to the source and take them out, or else these things will be pestering me the whole video. But to do that, I needed an army. I noticed a group of tribal members spawn right outside my base every day, so I took them out and started their message to launch a full-on attack against the killer ants. Day 54, I started work on a bridge, so I can get up and down my base using it. And then I gathered more tribal members. Shoot, these dudes are tough. There's no chill. You have no chill. I got that before the others have started right there. The next day I went outside and was greeted by a flying cigarette. This thing was creepy and I was mad about that. I made some bread, recruited some tribal members, and decided my base needed some trips. I made a little walk out and added some walking. Day 56, I added some windows and put some cool designs on it. And checked up on the shrine. Okay, let's see how much members we have. 14 members. Okay, it's time. Tomorrow we set sail, and that's what I did. Day 57, I gathered the forces and we went on our way. Oh my gosh, this is unbeatable. Those were some famous last words, I tell you. Oh shoot, we're being attacked. This is not good. Just take me out one hit. That did not go as expected, not at all. Yeah, I forgot there was giant killer things that can just wipe us all out in 2 seconds. So I had to retreat. And on my way back, I started making friends over there. So I went back to the base, and then spent the night destroying part of the hill to open up more space. Days 57 to 60, I spent expanding and adding some stuff to the base, like a bigger wall, a front entrance, a back entrance, and some stairs to the second floor. So now this is actually looking like a castle and an Amazon. This is actually the front and everything. Day 61. Today is the day I found Weekend Space. Yo, look at those things. This base is underground. That's great. That's terrible. I have a bad feeling about this one. It's time for battle. How am I going to attack if I'm dead? I'm dead. I'm already dead. Oh gosh. Why are they not attacking me? Oh, I have to make things. That makes sense. I gathered up everyone and retreated. Going back the next day and took them out. I spawned the dragon and we defeated the ants. Then I did that anything stands in no chance. You're good. Oh, you hit me up. Get it. If we actually did it, I would melt into the MS. This was a bad idea. This place is dark. There's also with ants absolutely everywhere. But 40% effort. This is not good already. This is a bad idea. Get me out of here. I'm on it again. What the heck are you doing up here? We're just staring alive now. This dude's just chilling right here. I got a lava bucket and went back into the depths. Was brought down at half a hearting and instant. If I don't think you have this in my guys, oh no, that's a queen. What the jeez. Look at that. I all filled up time to attack. The tribal members were falling one by one, and there the queen ants stood before us. So I just placed some lava on it. The next day I made some camp from the drop, and returned to my base and headed to the farm. Day 64, I heard another ant somewhere right outside my base, but we couldn't find it. Where is that? How is this? Where is it? But I basically just did some lumberjacking, helped save some hungry fish and drown them. Before coming across this while exploring. Is that an alligator in the tree? Oh wait, no, I am out. I am not there actually. Alright, is someone gonna tell me what the heck that thing is? Yeah, I am not there. No, not at all. First, there was killer ants, and now there's another enemy in this. A giant 3-headed snake. Guys, I kinda just want to go back to the second I did it now. I kept on moving forward, but we got attacked by some birds, so I took them out. I'm sorry, bird. Please forgive me. Day 65, I fought up some piranhas, found squid. Sorry, squid. Look at all these things. I'm gonna die of piranhas. And then finally something good happened. I found some cows. This is good because now I can make a cow farm and get that leather and craft books for chances. Day 66 to 67, I got cows to follow me back to the base. And finally, we made it. I'm naming this cow either Moon and this one, but we... Okay, don't worry about it. I can already see that gross now. I built out a little area and woke up on day 68 to make an enchantment table and some books. I fought off angry intruders all night and started work on the dirt roof for farming. But the next day, it started raining. And that's when I realized if a tornado comes, all of the dirt will fly away. So I had to make the farm area on the middle floor. So I broke the blocks and started on the roof during the harsh storm. This took some bravery here. Look at this wind. Some strong wind here. That makes me consider me a goner. I'm just going to off to wander along or whatever. But I made it to day 70. Just sat there watching the floor and my face get torn to shreds. I did not like watching my hard work get thrown in the trash, so I decided it's time to go to the nether. Here we go. Let's hope this is better than the tornado. Guys, it's not better. I'm overheated here. The next day the storm calmed down, so I fixed it up with all cobblestone stuff. And then the dang storm rolled back around. Oh gosh. Fine, get me down, but it will not get me down. I die. I must try to survive. Surprisingly, I made it out alive. Days 72 to 73, I finished up the roof, so storms don't tear my face down, and finish up the dirt floor for farming, so I can make the cow farm massive. Day 74, I got the bone meal and got as much wheat as possible. But then another storm hit, of course. Of course, another storm is gonna hit me. You know, look at the plants right there. They are ascending. At least this will test it, like blocks will fly away. And after the storm went down, not one block flew away from the base. The only painful thing that happened was when World War Z attacked me. This is the Amazon rainforest and the Walking Dead was happening. I fed the cows and slept. Day 75, the storm was still going on, so I fixed up the pillars and made the cow farm over time. I wanted to enchant soon, so I crafted bookshelves to place on the table, and then crafted a magic sword. Day 76, I saw a random dude just chilling in my base. I don't know, he was just sitting there chilling. I let him chill. What the heck? Who is this dude? What is this guy doing in my base? I enchanted my sword with Unbreaking 2 and my pickaxe with Efficiency 2. We went down to test it out the mines. And I kid you not, I found so much diamonds down here. Oh shoot, look at this dude protecting the diamonds. What are you doing down here? I came across diamond after diamond in this little cave. And you won't believe me when I tell you this. At the end, I came up with 30 diamonds on day 77. If I had fortune on that, then I would be crazy. But then, the worst thing happened. My game crashed along with the recordings of days 78 to 70. That's not the worst part. The chests that I had, with everything in them, vanished. Herobrine done Thanos smacked my items away. But what happened on the days it got corrupted in the recording is I crafted diamond armor and recruited more tribal members. But other than that shenanigans, day 80, I got the tribe and we took over the city. We hunted down jaguars, panthers, while looking for the fruitless snake. Because me and that snake, we gotta get some meat. I'm gonna take down that snake. But later, towards nighttime, I came across another village. Okay, I'm gonna get the powers from the giant dude over here and take on that big snake. I'm like, how the heck do I do this? Let's test it on the line up here. Jeez, look at that, that's everything still. I'm sorry. But there was one problem with this power. Every time I went to drink water, it activated a damn solar gun. Whoa, what the heck? How do I stop this? I need to stop this kid. I spent the day hunting for the snake, but he was nowhere in sight. So I went back down to the killer ant nest to explore what else was in there. This thing is mad as crazy. Weird healthy. Day 83, I went back to replenish the Infinity Gauntlet, and on days 84 to 85, I came across a massive ruined castle and explored it. As I went through, I came across some emerald blocks, some spiders, and 2 chests that didn't have enough room. But below me, I couldn't help but hear a ton of spiders calling for me to hit them with a sword. So I mean, that's what I did. I explored the cave and found nothing but a bunch of angry walls. Day 86, I used the power I had, ran around the forest, hitting things with a solar beam, but sadly, it didn't much. The next day, I replenished it and found another ruin. But this time, it was small, and it didn't really have much. But other than that, I got lost. Getting lost in a regular Minecraft world is one thing, but getting lost in the Amazon rainforest is a lot worse. I made friends with some monkeys, and they reminded me I could just check my coordinates. But on my way back the next day, this happened. Wait, what the heck is it mean? I just hit myself with my sword, and then I found another canvas. And yes, obviously, Curious Me went in with my newfound power, and I took over. The queen ant dropped an egg, so I kept it to raise it. In day 89, I spent the whole day traveling, and eventually made it back to the base. And when I made it back, I made a friend. Everybody meet Cornel the Golem. I placed the ant egg and went to sleep. On day 90, I woke up to Shrek trying to take over my swamp. But obviously, I couldn't let that happen. And then the egg hatched into this thing. And right when I turned my back, guess what happened? Yeah, the ant betrayed me. This dang ant, straight up, look at this. It hit me right off a cliff, right off a giant cliff, but luckily I had enchanted diamond boots with feather falling and got super lucky. This thing turned out to be a pest, so I took out the ant and gathered some meat to feed my cow friends. I crafted some glowstones and brightened things up around here because it was looking pretty gloomy after that ant got hit me. And I realized right after I woke up that my head is right next to a cliff just hanging off of it, so I should probably fix that. I filled in the gap and created more bookshelves so I can have higher level enchants. And I needed more paper to craft another bookshelf, so I went around the next 2 days looking for sugarcane. And on the first day, I did not find any. But I did get attacked by 1,000 zombies. So look at, oh my gosh, look at these things. And the next day I went out, but this time I actually found sugarcane. So I enchanted my sword with fire aspect and knockback on day 94 and named it the Snake Slayer. Because before day 100, I didn't take down that giant snake. I will take it down. The next day, I got the tribe ready and went on the hunt. Take down the snake. And there it was. Okay, yo, we're taking down the snake. Today is the day we're doing it. I don't think it's like multiplying. Oh gosh. This thing is growing heads. The more I attack this thing, the more heads it was growing. So I was only making this thing stronger. I went to attack it, but it was taking us out one by one. My comrades following me. Day 96, I was the only one left. I used lava on it, ran away, and I lost it in the storm. I then spotted it inside of a cave and started the battle. What have I got myself into? Day 97, what I was doing was obviously not working, so I went farther into the cave and used the work's best. The trusty lava bucket, of course. My advice working because we're actually getting something. Yeah, that's what it's like. Finally, the snake is gone. Jeez, we did it. The snake was finally defeated, and I returned back to my base on day 98. I said hello to Julio and Bill on 7 hours. On day 99, I crafted a book in the woods to make the story of my 100 days Amazon rainforest survival official, and put it on a frame. I then spent the rest of the night fishing, and gave the last tribal leader standing a crown of the most amazing one of all the ones. That's a great name. That's a great name for a crown. Finally, we made it to day 100 in this epic adventure here. Guys, we finally made it to day 100. Oh my gosh, this video is crazy. From the crazy storms, to tribes, to the killer ant colonies, blood moons, 3-headed snakes, creating a castle in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. In the end, we survived it all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and comment down below where in the world will you survive 100 days next. God bless. Big dinner today? Why don't you ask him? You're right. Big moment call for big crunch. He said yes. That's you, crazy. Hey, go! The Industrial Revolution saw many great leaps in technology and science. During the several last decades since then, entire new fields of research have emerged, namely nuclear physics, which has pushed scientific knowledge to a point where never before thought possible sources of power have turned from a fantasy into a reality, and terrifying weapons of immense power could soon be leaving the realm of nightmares. While the newfound nuclear power generation does eliminate the need for many dirty, pollution-producing power generation sources, it has its own side effects in the form of a slow, sinister seeping of radiation into the surrounding world and every living being inhabiting it. Our enemies do not take kindly to our advances in technology and become stronger and more numerous to match us in our discovery of new weapons and vehicles. Our goal for the 100 days is to successfully construct a nuclear reactor while attempting to contain radiation levels to something close to safe. With over 50 different forms of nuclear fuel, and with the majority of the elements on the bottom of the periodic table, each more radioactive than the last, our task will not be easy. This is the nuclear age in Minecraft. The real
of this video, you will see many items and mods that aren't related to the nuclear age. However, these mods are all locked behind custom crafting recipes and require further research and discovery before use can be made from them. This mod pack is entirely custom and built by me. With numerous config tweaks and custom crafting recipes, I will eventually release the mod pack myself at first course, but that won't be for some time yet. 30,000 likes and I'll do 200 days in the nuclear age. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 200,000 subscribers and I need your help. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spawn in this world is significantly different than what we had in the Industrial Revolution. I ended up right next to a rooster after coming out the tree that I spawned on top of. And there's also a little cave nearby, but it was very ominous looking and I didn't want to go down there quite yet. Apparently, 6 steps on the debug feature when you get stuff with them, so I had to trade food with my thing instead. And I grabbed a bit of food from some gardens to spawn because food is extremely important in this mod pack. I also found this volcano structure during the dump lava and started many forest fires and also some bird eggs. And then after barely being in the world for more than about a minute, I encountered a Squishy soldier armed with an SMG, and I got I had nothing. And if the skeleton soldier wasn't enough for the first day, I also encountered a tornado after I respawned, and it ended up not being even worth trying to get my stuff. I didn't have very much, and I just tried to make my way to somewhere safe while avoiding the tornado. I even found this cat with a bunch of skeletons on which I decided to nab, which was my companion. I eventually made my way to the ocean shore, and there was a bunch of travel there that I used to make my flint knife, similar to how we did in Industrial Revolution, and I made the flint hatchet as well after eating grass or just wine. And I found this little crate that starts with a bunch of birds around it. It was kind of spooky there because of all the rain and clouds and everything. And there was actually some stuff in the chest, although nothing terribly helpful. There's some coppers and bones around the flesh. The sunset was very pretty over the water, especially with the gators. And we do live near an ocean, so that means more severe storms will be thing in this series. I made my way up the big hill past this mysterious meteor that seemed to crash into one of the outcroppings of the hill, and I even found this other structure off in the distance, and I encountered a few zombies armed with tools and the armor and ammunition even more difficult to kill. Luckily, it wasn't armed with any weapons, so that could deal with it from the wall over the way. I found this little opening in the hill that a river flowed out of, and the river actually goes all the way back into the mountain. It's very cool. But then I punched the zombie miner to death because I could, and one of his friends took revenge on me because he actually was armed with a very basic weapon that could kill the young one. On the way back, I stopped by this old abandoned tower, and I was able to see the swath of destruction caused by the tornado that we had on day 0. I found this neat structure that kind of got shoved into the mountain a little bit. It was like this garden area. I found the zombie to kill me, but it was almost dead by that point, so I was able to kill it. And I used some of the cloth that I obtained from some zombies and expanded loose, which makes me go super fast and then become poison. Oh, and I found the food. Finally made a flint pick after that I could mine stone, and I started getting coal and stone, and the game celebrated a lot for just getting stone, like we had lots of fireworks. I even found this weird like structure thing farther back up in the tunnels where the water came through, but I didn't want to explore it, but I was able to make my way all the way to the top of the hill by running through the water tunnel. And by that point, it already started raining, and I had to return back to my little hidey hole, and I was able to kill creepers, which caused yet another fireworks celebration. On day 2, I was able to mine copper, so that's just some tools and stuff. And I explored the area around my place, and I found a little brick house that spawned zombies and other things, which I had to defeat before I was able to nab the items and utility things for them. There's a ton of gunpowder, which is cool for mechanical work. I have a super convenient mod that allows me to pick up and carry style SMGs like chests. And that's how I was able to move my stuff from my hidey hole up to that little garden structure area that is spawned in the first side. So that had cool things for that. I also found this other little mining structure which had a bed in it, which was super convenient because I didn't have much wool. And I found an entire steam locomotive in one chest, which was a thing. And I got copper built in one chest. And it's looking pretty decent. I made copper leggings in addition to the different armor I already had from some zombie kills. And the fireworks knocked me out of that. That was very convenient. It literally did damage and it hit me out of the sleep. And on day 3, I dropped down and almost died again to a skeleton that had an SMG, and I had to leave to do something very bad fight. I just but I I found this other normal skeleton that had World War II armor. I got a World War II armor from a skeleton. And then I went mining for some resources and started doing stuff, which was much more convenient than being miner, although it's honestly relatively balanced because it takes a lot of time to get durability. It's bad, it's found a lot of food. And I began digging a tunnel back into the cliffside and down to the river, because that would be the start of my main base in the series. The next day was fairly eventful in that I woke up to the start of a tornado, and I used my bow for the first and last time in the video, and then by that point the tornado was much closer, and it was heading for my base, which is bad because I don't have a water destruction, so I decided to start mining instead, which seems much safer than having to go to the tornado. I found some interesting ores, some of which I don't really know how to use for doing anything with at the moment, but maybe we'll find that out later. I ended up finding a cave deeper down, and I was able to get a bunch of resources, which was super nice. And on day 5, I started a farm because I needed to grow food for winter this time. Unlike the Industrial Revolution, I never really did that very well, so I actually didn't try to make a farm. And I started by growing wheat and sweet potatoes because the wheat grows through most seasons and the potatoes grow through 3 out of the 4 seasons. And at the end of day 5, I successfully killed the skeleton soldier and was able to get the SMG to the chair. I didn't have any extra ammo for it, but it was fully loaded, so I had my first more decent weapon, and I immediately used it to kill another armed skeleton and a couple zombies. On one of day 6, I decided to get cows because I also would need milk for the nutrition and really need way to get milk right now because I don't have access to soybeans. But it was a little bit difficult getting them back. They didn't really want to follow me. I ended up only getting one, and luckily it was the pregnant one, so that I'd be able to get milk. So I got the cow down to my area, put it in a little pen, and waited for baby cow to appear so that I could get milk. And then I decided to do some research and see just how much damage falling trees do in Island Touch. But after that, I recovered very quickly and decided to plant some melon instead of focusing on my trees. It's time to go back and explore that start that I found a few days ago while running through the water tunnel. And there honestly wasn't that much stuff in it. There was a few rooms with bookshelves, a few really lame loose chests with native fish and some other stuff. Although I think that sea fortune resource might be useful for later. And lo and behold, another tornado. And this is the problem with living near an ocean, which is why we didn't really have many tornadoes that often in the Revolution, because I was nowhere near enough. I ended up getting picked up in it because I went too closely while exploring, but I was fine, I didn't have to die. In addition to drinking 40 buckets of milk at once, I made some tea the next day so that I could get my dairy nutrition up and get those 2 extra parts, so I'd have a little bit more health. I went back and investigated the tea with Elvis death, but I can't find it yet. I need to find it if I want to see what's inside. But it doesn't concern me too much right now. I did find the gold mine chest area with 2 identical wood chests, so it was better like that, not better. And I explored a shipwreck that was on the water and got some interesting stuff. Here's another one because another is not easy to find. I killed 2 lions. And that evening I got attacked by this android shooting some sort of laser rifle at me, which was scary, but it wasn't too difficult to kill. One of the random zombie skeletons I killed was dropped with hand cannon as well, with 2 stone bullets. And it took a few to make, so I was able to make a bunch of them. And I saw the SMG, but I don't really have a way to make ammo for it. So for now, I can use this, and it was quite effective on some very slow zombies in the cave when I went mining. But I also made a very fancy pickaxe out of titanium, which is not a fast pickaxe, but it has a huge amount of durability, so it's super good for vein mining and stuff like that. And on day 10, I was still mining, and I found my first uranium, in addition to a bunch of other stuff around the mine. And I did some vein mining closer to bedrock and found a bunch of cool ores, which would be very useful. Maybe not now, but definitely in the future. I finally found gold as well, because that was what I was mainly looking for, so that I could make a weather deflector, because I was tired of tornadoes just showing up and causing problems in my base. And I also found an oil deposit underground, which is very cool. I did some stuff organized some stuff when I got back, and I also made a weather deflector with a little bit of my new gold. So now, however many tornadoes show up, I don't care, it won't break the block around my base, which is what I was scared of because the forest had already taken rid of the beating tornadoes. I also made a weather radar as well, just so I can see that tornadoes coming along the way. But you know, we gotta have that protection. Day 11, I experimented with floor design for my base because we're going to be making a bunker, kind of like a fallout bunker, a fallout bunker, because, well, it's a theme. So I'm going to use a bunch of like metal or concrete related blocks, and I settled on this Tool Factory block from Chisel Mod. Water flow, which was very nice. It's very kind of smooth texture, made an architectural saw bench because I have a neat idea, albeit a little bit of an illegal idea. You'll see what I mean in a second. Very illegal and also very epic at the same time. It breaks most of the laws of Minecraft, and that is curved arches. Not even made out of traditional square pixels, just straight up curved. My plan for the bunker tunnels was to make it a semicircle curved roof out of concrete. So I tested out the idea with cobblestone, and it was exactly what I was hoping for. So I knew that was good to go ahead and get concrete for it. And on day 12, I was really glad that I made a weather deflector because we had another tornado coming off of the water again because we were like underwater from the ocean. And the ocean creates a lot of severe weather. Of course, I got picked up in the tornado again because it doesn't seem like we can ever have a tornado without me getting accidentally picked up in it. Until my bunker is complete. I mean, I could have gone underground, but it was kind of my fault for standing out in the open. I conveniently landed in the river again. Actually, I don't even know if it made fall damage from the tornado. There's a few times where I've landed and I haven't, so I'm not even sure. But I had to shoot out with a skeleton using my stone hand cannon, but it definitely made me realize that this thing is not very good. But it led me to realize that I can make crystal ammo and SMG magazines without an ammo press. So I was able to make more ammo for my SMG. Very good. Significantly better than a solid. And late that evening, I made these really cool things. I made my first piece of iron armor the next morning on day 13, and it created some more fireworks and blew up inside my base kitchen. But I also made some butter, which I had made from my dairy, so that I could use some mashed sweet potatoes because I've slowly been getting them from my garden. Not very many, but enough to make a little bit better food. And I grabbed some sand because it was time to make some concrete. I wanted to try out the actual design using the blocks that I've been using, the immersive engineering concrete and good. I started making the earthquake design one block above the floor because I wanted to have a certain block above. I wasn't sure what that was going to be. I started with this normal concrete, but I eventually switched to the concrete tile, which I think was much better. On day 14, I explored farther from my base, and I found a desert temple, which, you know, if I didn't expect it, that could be okay. Might have a little bit of stuff in my maybe a little bit of modest things. I did throw a torch down there so that it would illuminate it because it's kind of like the thing. But when I got down there and I checked the loot chest, I was incredibly surprised by how much stuff I found. I found everything from gunpowder to tank shells and treasure map. I found a diamond. And there's even a big turret that I thought you could put on the ground, but I think it was drafting or something else. And I even found the Ender from Ender.io, which is a really nice storage, so that was cool. And I couldn't even fit all of it in my inventory. I had to use some of it. I took as much of it as I could. But I was able to make a backpack, which is actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to run for leather and wool. And I was able to make an iron backpack so I could store a bunch of stuff. And then just put a better shoulder on it. So you can't put it on the ground. I went back out the rest of the stuff on day 15, and during it, you find the very treasure map. I know it's not enough map. It's like 3 1.30 left for treasure map. Day 23 running through the forest, 30 tornado at night, but I eventually got to the lake, and I used the same trick that you use in vanilla to find the chest almost on the first try, and I did find it on the first try, although I didn't see it. It wasn't quite as crazy as the Desert Temple loop, but I did find a Giga Pickle seed. I'm not sure what it does, but I was cool. I spent day 16 and 17 mining mostly for iron, because I was trying to accumulate enough to make a burner drill, which is something that will allow me to get resources very quickly and much more easily than normal. And I found a few cool cave biomes that I think. One was like a mushroom biome thing, there's another like a frost cave thing, which is cool. And I found a giant ravine, but I didn't want to explore it because I'd already been mining for a while. So I just decided to mark those with giant cobblestone towers so I could come back if I wanted to. On day 18, I completed digging out my bunker, and I extended it farther back into the mountains before I started to make my first big run. To kind of be my general living area, we branched off from there and we did merchants and stuff like stores, growing things like that. And I worked on making the floor completely covered in the factory blood. So that finished on day 19, and I also added a temporary ventilation system to get rid of the pollution from my furnaces because it's starting to build up, and No, the tornado showed up at the end of day 19, so at least I had a bunker to hide in this time, which was better than previous occasions. I began looking at the first thing that I need to do to move the craft on the morning of day 20, which is making the decay generator, which will produce a small amount of power when there's uranium or a few other radioactive blocks placed beside it. I ended up waiting on making uranium blocks, and I debated 3 months instead, because I need a bunch of wood, and I just really want to stop down the dynamic wood because they don't put wood on the wood. I decided to expand my farming operations on the morning of day 21 by planting some chestnut saplings and making a new plot for some blackberries, because I would need to grow those before the winter. They only grow in the fall, and it's soon in the fall, so I need to get them in fast. I also made some blocks of uranium to power my decay generator, and the decay generator will eventually turn those uranium blocks into blocks of uranium-238 with only later on. I also started making my very first machine, which I'll use the decay generator to power, and that machine is the manufacturer, which has a bunch of machines poured up into just like basic recipes for crafting ingredients. The next day I used my manufacturer to turn some surfacing into bioplastic, which is an ingredient for a Geiger counter, which is the handy device that I'm trying to make with my machine, because it will allow me to measure the radiation in my surroundings and inside of me at all times to see whether or not it's getting dangerous. But first, I have to make an alloy furnace to make terrible on board. And so I ended up working on making basic plates with one ingredient for that. The cool thing about the alloy furnace is that you can put iron and coal into it to make steel, or you can also use coal coke, so I don't have to make a blast furnace. Although it is more efficient to use coal coke, it is impossible without it. So once I got the steel, I put it in my ferroboron alloy, and on day 23 I made the Geiger counter. And you can see down there in the bottom left corner, it displays how much radiation is currently happening perfect around me and affecting my character. The radiation is pretty low, and I went to grab some olive saplings and olives from all these out the forest, because I'm going to need the olives to make some cooking oil, which will allow me to make something else. I also found this big solar tower thingy in the middle of the forest, and I decided to grab the oil pump. I figured I may as well, I always need iron full time to make those burners. And there's also some redstone.